Coming up right now, it's the ultimate, hey, what's that? A groom discovers his bride is not who he thought she was. 12 days after they tied the knot.
Oh boy, we'll need to go to the boards for this one. Also coming up, when there's nothing left to tattoo, why not ink your eyeballs? Why fans are calling the supermodel out and concerned for her health.
A little bit later on, will Vanna Wright exit stage right? Along with her co-host Pat Sajak, the latest on the Wheel of Fortune that keeps spinning and spinning and spinning stories about the dynamic duo beside
Okay,
us.
it all starts on Daily Flash right now.
Get ready for trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. The fun starts right now. This is Daily Flash.
Hi everyone, I'm Andrea Jackson.
I've checked, she really is. I'm Mitch English.
Top to bottom, check.
There's only one
Yeah,
Andrea Jackson.
that's
Y'all
true.
know that, all right? My name's Mitch English. Thanks y'all for joining us today. We're kicking off this week. Our good buddy, old Matt Doolittle, is also.
B.
Matty, how you been there, Daddy Rabbit?
I'm a little concerned. So we have this inflation problem in the country, right?
Really?
And the CEO of Chipotle just came out to say, oh yeah, the portion controls are going down. And I can tell you they are, because I went over there yesterday and it seemed like I got about a quarter of the actual bowl that I used to get.
Well, first off, I can never say the name of that restaurant.
Chipotle.
I always want to say Chipotle.
Yeah.
You know? But, okay, they're the ones, the burritos, right?
They're the size
Okay.
of this,
Yeah.
yes.
I
yes,
actually
yes.
welcome the smaller
I
size.
do too. I've gone in there and asked, like, how can I order a smaller portion
Yeah.
of this? Is there a kids? Is there a code word for it? I mean, the mounds of extras they put in the bowl, it's outrageous.
It
thing
is.
is
It
this
is
big.
probably
Yeah.
a better idea for me as I'm trying to shed the wedding weight, but still,
Yeah.
it's still.
No,
he's just admitting it. He's like, yeah, we told everybody you got to cut down on the sizes.
You know,
charge
I
us
agree.
I can understand that. And I think they're one of the restaurants too. A lot of stuff is all freshly prepared there.
Yeah.
And when that happens and stuff's not set aside for like certain sizes, you can go because it goes along with whoever's preparing it. Hence why we have the steamroller size burritos.
Right, and hence why we have an obesity problem in this
That too.
country.
No, but it's healthy.
I'm always, it's a healthy fat. I'm always behind the person that wants extra everything. Like, and then you watch that poor employee try to roll that burrito and it splits in 5 different sections. Then they have to grab 2 more tortillas to rewrap it to make sure it's all secure.
This is what they need to do. They need to get rehabilitated drug dealers that are really good at like rolling joints.
Some of them you go,
And
you
they're
got
like,
skills elsewhere.
Wow!
I've seen 'em.
Look at that. The thing is that small. Anyway.
Okay, new study from dermatologists. Question for you guys. How often do you shower every week?
Once a day at
I'd say
least.
once a
Once a
day.
day.
On an
Okay.
average.
Sometimes
I've-
twice.
I've skipped.
If I've been at the
Sometimes
gym.
twice?
Yeah,
Okay.
I sweat.
And sometimes if I'm with Jim.
You're sweating more than once or twice a
right,
day.
right.
Dermatologists have come out with a new study saying the average number of times you should shower a week, 2 to 3 max.
Okay, and they're saying, I've heard this before, like back in the olden days, I mean,
Yeah.
think about that, you would shower once a week or bathe in a big old tub or whatever. Is it because that it's actually, those bacteria is actually good for you?
Yes.
I've heard that.
Because you're washing away the good bacteria. However, if you live in places like Florida where you're sweating profusely, you shower 3 times a day.
Yes.
And that's just standard. You can't not do that. And a lot of people say, look, I like to shower at night because I'm covered in allergens and pollen. And if I go to bed knowing that I've got that on me, I'm going to wake up stuffy in the morning.
And you've left it in your bed.
And
too.
you've left it in your bed. So
They say taking a shower at night helps you sleep too. Sleep
Yeah,
better, too.
that is
So
true. Are you-
I'm a morning shower
shower,
guy.
yeah, me too.
But I'll take one at night every once in a while. But I do sleep better.
yeah, Matt,
Yep,
are you?
I'm a night shower because again I like to get in a clean bed.
Yes.
But when I got with the wife, she's a morning shower person. But we'd be out all day, and I'd be like, "You really gonna come to bed just with all the dust on you from people?"
Right.
Like,
But you can understand why couples are sleeping in separate
You
beds
totally
nowadays.
get it. And, well, those allergens, they're going to
Yeah.
stay there. All righty, let's jump into what's happening. This one is, wait, what? How did you not know? There's a groom, he's in Indonesia, shocked that when he discovered that his bride was a he and not a she.
Oh, boy.
12 days after the two actually tied the knot. He's 26-year-old. He met his spouse on Instagram back in 2023. The pair dated in person for a year after hitting it off online. Well, they dated more traditional Muslim cover that hid her entire face, which is considered a sign of devotion. Well, he grew suspicious of his new wife soon after they wed because she kept avoiding intimacy. Normal wedding stuff. Trust me. The groom decided to track to her parents down to find out more. To his surprise, he found out that his bride was actually a man who started dressing as a woman back in 2020. The bride has since been arrested and admitted she planned to steal the groom's family assets. What a way to do it. Sounds like a movie altogether, right?
It sure does.
Well, I mean, and I guess I could see it happen, but this is why you need to ask questions and see baby pictures and everything and find out as much you know before you marry somebody.
Maybe get a little bit intimate before you tell them.
You got to test drive the car first, right? Before you take it off the lot.
Some would say.
They say.
You know, I don't know.
Wasn't there a movie, The Crying Game?
The Crying Game. Maybe that's exactly what. And Madame Butterfly, I think.
And Madame Butterfly, yeah. An influencer who admits she's addicted to altering her body has taken it to the next level. Here we go. This story continues.
Check this out.
As 32-year-old Mary Magdalene revealed that she had her eyes tattooed. In the image, Mary holds her left eye open to reveal that the right part of her eye was tattooed black. This is so hard to look at. The Mexican-born bombshell already has most of her body tattooed, and in recent months, he has been inking her arms and breasts in pure black ink, similar to the style of rapper Machine Gun Kelly.
Yeah.
Responding to fans who said they were concerned for her health, Mary said that her eyeball inking was permanent, and she was not worried about it. There has been an alarming and dangerous trend in eye tattoos recently, and a recent study out of Sweden suggests there might be a link between tattoos and cancer. In the U.S., more than a third of the country has at least one tattoo. Well, I think she's had more than just tattoos done.
Yeah, she had a little augmentation, I guess is the best word to be used there. And, you know, and some would say it's very addicting. When you get one, you want more and more and more. And a lot of times I think, I'm not saying this for everybody, but sometimes they want to tell a story, or they want to hide who they are, and that sort of thing. And whatever it is, I think that you need to lay down and think about before you do it.
Right.
And because it could get to possibly that point. I don't have any tattoos. I couldn't handle a needle going into me in the first place.
I'm always amazed. When we used to work with this person, they had no money. They were broke all the time, couldn't pay their cell phone bill, but they had a new tattoo every other day. And I'm like, where do you come up with the cash for the tattoos?
They're not cheap. No, not at all. It's the priority. I know you're talking about it. And it's the priorities, I guess. I don't know. That's the best way to do it, to think about it. All right. Serial record breaker David Rush. He has earned his 173rd Guinness World Records title by using his nose to inflate 28 balloons in just 3 minutes.
Oh, boy.
Rush, who's on a quest to hold the most concurrent Guinness World Record titles, already held the 1-minute version of the record. The 3-minute version took him 42 attempts to try to achieve. He was eventually able to inflate 28 balloons in that allotted time altogether. So, I think this is an incredible.
Hey, Mitchy.
Yeah.
Look what I got.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, look, everyone, balloons.
Boy.
We're going to try this?
We're going to try this.
I should have used my
AJ, I'll let you hold on to your dignity.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna.
You can hold on
I'll
to
be a spectator.
We got to have somebody that's credible on this.
So now, basically, you may see how
I don't even know how to
I
do this with my balloon, or with my nose, really. But I'm going to give it a shot
Blowing
here.
the balloon through your nose.
Here's the thing: is I'm a little congested.
Me
I
too.
was going to say, did you blow your nose out before you?
I need a couple more, just in case I do.
Yeah.
All right.
Do we need tissues up here for you guys?
Oh yeah, this is going to get nasty. My
All right,
going
so
crazy.
Jackson, you'll say, you ready?
Yeah.
You
So
ready?
we'll see if we can do the most. Now,
Okay.
tying them off is going to be the issue, taking a lot of the time.
On your marks, get set, blow.
Oh gosh.
Oh, Mitch! Wow, that is impressive. Matt still struggling on the
I got
sidelines
nothing.
here. Mitch almost has his balloon fully
at that.
inflated,
Okay.
while Matt continues to struggle with his first balloon. Mitch, I think you can
Wow.
tie it off. There is one, folks. One
Wow,
balloon down. Matt is, looks like you're trying to blow it
do
through
not
one
open
nostril.
that.
I don't feel good.
All right, here we go.
We have
I'm
1
gonna-
minute left, gentlemen. Oh, we've got a squeaker,
Oh,
folks.
that's all you
we have a
English.
squeaker. I think Matt has decided to
I-
give up. He can't do it. Mitch,
Look at the vein!
You're bulging. Your veins are bulging. I think the squeak says it all, folks.
You're still going too. Look at
Still
this.
going.
This is impressive.
Oh, Oh boy.
Wow,
It's
English.
a symphony of snot balloons.
Congrats,
Oh,
you
here we
win this
go.
one. I'll give you this
All
one.
right,
'cause I
time to
got
learn.
it. Who's cleaning these, by the way?
This is what happens when you do not do cocaine. You're able to.
So there's 2 balloons in 1 minute.
I got nothing.
Matt, 0,
This
Mitch,
thing's-
2.
I would
Mitch,
not
we're
look.
gonna give
Do
you
not
your
look
trophy.
inside
Here's
this.
the thing.
Don't look inside
How,
there.
how we look alike after we blow it up. There you go. All right, take us to break,
yes,
Jackson.
all right. That does it
Quality
for this
TV
first
right here, folks.
section of Daily Flash. We've got more coming up. Welcome back to Daily Flash. I'm Andrea Jackson along with Mitch English. Now, I want you at home to be honest with yourself right now. When was the last time you exercised? Be it at the gym or even a walk. Well, do not fret. You are not alone if you can't remember. Millions of Americans are not working out. But why is the big question, especially in this body-conscious society we live in? Joining us to talk about it is Jenny Crumpton-Ross. She's the president and CEO of Kula for Karma. Hi, Jenny. Welcome.
Hi, thanks for having me, Andrea.
So why are mental health issues like depression and anxiety significant barriers to exercise? You think that would motivate us to do something more?
Right. Well, when we're dealing with the symptoms of depression and anxiety, we're dealing with a chemical imbalance, not only in our mind, but in our bodies. We have neurons actually all through our bodies. So it's not just our minds that are affected by mental health issues. It's our entire bodies. So we often feel very lethargic, we feel unmotivated, and we're dealing with a lot. Depression and anxiety are terms we throw around a lot in our society, but they're very serious conditions that can really drain the life out of us.
What about outside pressures and expectations that might discourage people from working out?
Well, the first one that comes to my mind personally is productivity. So many of us are raised in our society to believe that we are our productivity. We're not necessarily human beings with needs, but we're here to create output and to be successful, and that requires sort of to achieve the American dream. We're trained to believe that requires just Herculean efforts of 24-hour work cycles. Now, I would say there are generations coming behind us that have a little bit of a different perspective on that. Even for instance, Simone Biles and famous athletes and celebrities during the pandemic came out and said, I have mental health issues and I want to be transparent about it, and I'm going to take care of myself. So that's really opened up the conversation. But other than that, I think many of us have it very deeply instilled in us that we are what we produce.
That is true. Obviously, when you're at a dinner party or some kind of a function, it's always, who are you and what do you do, right? Those are the first 2 questions anybody asks. And that's how we identify ourselves.
How are you?
Yeah, right. Exactly. That comes later. How many Americans would you say struggle to find, or let me say, make time to exercise because of work schedules?
Well, definitely millions. I'm not sure that there's been an actual study on that, which would be really interesting to see. I think between work and children and families, people really do struggle to find the time. And I think that's why movement really needs to be something that's nourishing for people, something that we look forward to. I think for a lot of us, we have this feeling in our bodies that, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to get up at 5 a.m. I'm going to have to go to a formal gym. I'm going to have to do things that I don't want to do. And I think if we can flip the script and really start to say, hey, this is my time. I'm going to do some movement that actually feels good and nurturing to me. And maybe I'll listen to my favorite podcast while I do it. Or if I'm on the elliptical, I'll watch a Netflix show because it's my time to nurture myself. And I think, really what the irony of all of this is when it comes to things like depression, anxiety, mental health conditions, we tend to believe that this is all in our mind, that mental health, it has to do with our brain, our psyche or mind, but really it has everything to do with our bodies. Our bodies are really the missing link in mental health care in America. And so we have to start understanding that taking care of our bodies and moving in a way that is actually nourishing is absolutely key. And that is because there's a big secret that isn't talked about in this mainstream conversation that I'm so glad the Daily Flash is having. And that is that trauma lives in our bodies and not our minds.
Jenny, thank you so much for joining us on the show. We'll have more on this interview on our website, dailyflashshow.com. Mitch, we'll send it over to you.
Very interesting stuff. Thank you so much. And then there's this, AJ. You know, the voice actor who originally recorded the voice audio for Siri says that she actually found out her voice was used through a friend who was messing with an iPhone, called her up and just told her, hey, I think this is you on the iPhone. On top of that, this is what's crazy. She said she was never even paid for the job. Susan Bennett's name might actually not mean a whole much to you, but Bennett actually was the original U.S. voice actor for Siri. That all debuted in 2011 on the iPhone 4S, if you can believe that. Basically, she was recorded by a company, and for 4 hours a day, she was taped just making nonsensical sounds and phrases that were all sped up or slowed down, all to create the iconic Siri voice. Now, she did note that, said that none of the original Siri voices actually got paid by Apple for having their voices used, but that next group of Siri voices, well, they actually did. And by the way, get ready for a huge makeover. They announced Friday that big changes for Siri, including AI stuff and getting it to do instead of just one thing, but a chain of things, and also going through your computer or your phone rather to know basically your schedule and said, hey, you got something coming up here. Do you want me to order a pizza for you or something like that? It's going to be interesting to see.
Do we get different voices?
They're saying that might be a possibility, but new emojis, including the possibility of getting AI emojis, meaning like show me a smiley face with a thumbs up and it's tongue out, and you can make an emoji that way. So
I can only imagine.
Look for AI to be involved in all of that.
That could get very interesting.
I think so. Oh yeah, and I think it's going to take it to the next level. And this is what Apple has to really do. Is all right. What's going to be new? Because our device itself is not going to change much.
Yeah.
But we learned all about that Friday at the WWDC. Tell you what, you're going to learn a whole lot more, and we have a better voice, Andrea, when we return. All coming up. Boss Lady, stick around.
In this week's Boss Lady, we are taking a closer look at the top 10 inventions by women. Now, you might be surprised to know that beer, the windshield wiper, caller ID, and the dishwasher were all invented by women. Check out this great list compiled by tech company Huawei.
Number 10. We start off the list with the ultimate social lubricant, beer. Beer was invented nearly 7,000 years ago by the Sumerians. Although we don't have an exact date or the name of the inventor, we do know that the first batch of beer brewers were women. Could be a great icebreaker the next time you're at the bar.
So, do you know who invented beer?
Number 9. And number 9 is the flat-bottom paper bag. What? A flat-bottom paper bag needs inventing? And second, what even is a flat-bottom paper bag? Well, here it is. Before this, there was this. As you can see, the old version paper bags were more like envelopes and were very inefficient. It carried less and took more paper to make. A lady by the name of Margaret Knight came along in 1867 and invented the process of making the paper bag that we know of today. Her innovations revolutionized the paper bag industry by replacing the work of 30 people with one machine. Number 8. When Mary Anderson came to New York in 1903, she noticed how drivers that were on the roads there needed to constantly lean out of the car and manually wipe their windscreens. While this may have been a great way to get in some exercise while driving, it was also a quick way to get yourself killed. So Miss Anderson set her mind to inventing what we now know as the windscreen wiper. She patented the invention and presented it to the motor industry, but she was turned down as people didn't believe there was a future for a device. It wasn't until 20 years later that the first car with window wipers that used Mary's basic design came on the market, and the rest is history. Number 7. Josephine Couturine was rich. In fact, she was so rich that the biggest annoyance was the fact that the china was being damaged every time her workers washed it. But Josephine wasn't going to meekly accept that sometimes things just get broken. She was going to invent a machine that would automatically wash her dishes without anyone touching it. So in 1886, with the help of a mechanic, she created the first successful automatic dishwasher. Her invention not only had separate compartments for different things, but also used pressurized jets of soap water to do the cleaning. Number 6. Kevlar is a word familiar to online gamers as that thing that stops your character from dying 5 seconds into a first-person shooter. But in the real world, apart from being the key material for manufacturing bulletproof vests, Kevlar is also deployed widely in many other areas. It is 5 times stronger than steel, yet also 5 times lighter. It was invented in 1965 by a chemist called Stephen Kwolek, who was researching the applications of liquid crystalline polymates. Number 5. In the world of inventors, there aren't many nicknames that can match the Sun Queen in terms of elegance and power. This is the nickname the scientific community has given to Maria Telx, one of the inventors of solar power. Telx is considered one of the founders of solar thermal storage systems, and she was a prolific inventor of practical thermal devices. Number 4. Before caller ID was invented, picking up the phone felt like opening a box of chocolates. But a lady called Shirley Ann Jackson decided to take away the fun of guessing and give us the choice to not pick up at all.
Please leave a message after the tone.
Shirley Ann Jackson was behind the invention of call ID in the 1970s. She was also the first African-American woman to receive a doctorate from MIT. She was a brilliant physicist, and the research also led to the invention of fax machines and solar cells. Number 3. Ada Lovelace was a mathematical genius. She was so ahead of her time that she invented what is widely considered to be the first computer program, 80 years before the first modern computer was even built. She had written an algorithm for a computing machine called the analytic machine in her notebook in the mid-1800s. By a wide margin, she was truly the first ever computer programmer. Number 2. Grace Hopper was not only a real admiral of the US Navy, she was also an unsung hero in the history of computing. She helped to invent the first compiler, or to put it in simple terms, the first computer program that could translate words instructions into code that computers could read. If that's not enough for you, she also coined the term bug, as she literally discovered the real bug causing problems inside her computers. Number 1. Hedy Lamarr was a Hollywood starlet in the 1940s, so perhaps it goes without saying that she was beautiful and talented. However, fans who knew her only from the silver screen may not have guessed that she was also a brilliant inventor. Her most famous invention is frequency hopping, a way of jumping around on radio frequencies in order to avoid a third-party jamming. Although initially intended for military use, frequency hopping was crucial to the development of Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. A groundbreaking inventor who also got her own star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, not many people can match that.
For more information on this story or any other topic you've seen on the show today, head to our website, dailyflashshow.com. Also, if you know a boss lady you think should be featured on our show, drop us a line. Drop me a line personally, Andrea at dailyflashshow.com. We would love to hear from you and share a new bossy story. And if you want to check out all of our previous Boss Lady segments, head to our website, dailyflashshow.com.
This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. Trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash.
Hi, everybody. I am Mitch English.
I'm Andrea Jackson. This is Daily Flash, your source for trending news and entertainment.
So glad to have you here. We'll check in with Matt Doolittle just coming up in just a few moments. I got this little tie thing, and it's a level.
Oh, I was going to say
but every
yeah.
time, but it falls.
Okay.
You'll know if it's not even if it's not level.
Did you test it on Matt's podium?
I
over there?
should, yes.
During the commercial break, Matt went over, Mitch went over to Matt's podium. Is this level? I'm not sure.
Well, the thing is because that monitor behind him is like on an angle, and so it makes it look a little bit off. And then it's Matt. Which
well,
makes
that
you
is,
always
I
a
mean,
little off. You always know.
Do you need to ask?
That's
I mean,
true,
come
too.
on. That reminds me, I'm watching this show on Apple TV, Dark Matter.
I've heard about it. Yes, I heard about
This
it.
looks like one of the capsules that they take in
It
order
actually
to
is. Here's the thing.
go into
It's
their metaverse.
It's cyanide, and just in case I need it, if I go,
good to
this
know.
show is too much, I just crack it open and I'm done. Girls just want to have fun.
Yes.
Cyndi Lauper. Remember when she came
yeah.
on the scene?
Yeah, sure do.
She's hanging it up.
No.
She has got a documentary out. It opened last week. It's called Let the Canaries Sing. It's on Paramount if you want to find out all about her. And you should like Cyndi Lauper because she has a relationship with the wrestling world with the big guy. What's his name? Crazy Joe something. I can't remember. You know who I'm talking about. He plays her dad in Girls Just Want to Have Fun video. Lou something. You'll think
I'll
of
have
it.
to look it up.
You'll know who I'm talking about. What I'm going to say. Anyway, she said, "I'm Captain Lou Albano." There we go. Thank you.
Thank you, James.
James in the studio
the
or
rescue.
control room. Kicking off her last tour, October 18th through December. It's a 23-city tour. It's going to kick off in Chicago. And aptly named the tour, Girls Just Want to Have Fun. So if you want to see Cyndi Lauper perform live, this is it. So what a career, right? ...
One last time.
One last time. Girls Just
Do
Want to
they
Have
ever
Fun.
retire? I just saw the Rolling Stones are coming back to
Yeah.
town. I'm
Those
like,
just
didn't they
rolled through.
retire 10 years ago?
They did. What was funny about that is that they named their one of their tours when they gave up called Steel Wheels, which to me was like wheelchairs.
Yeah.
I thought. And then I said it should be the tour this time should be from cocaine to Rogaine.
Oh,
that would have been nice.
Well, it was
I
already
like
sponsored
that.
by AARP.
Really? Was it?
Yeah,
Really?
it was
Oh,
sponsored
crap.
by.
No, it was
Yes, it
not.
was. It was brought to you by AARP.
That is fantastic.
Embrace it.
Yeah.
That's why the
100%.
Stones.
Well, and I heard
For
they went on
70 years.
stage. I didn't go, but they're right on stage at 7:30 or 8 o'clock. They were on
They're
time.
on time.
It's like, you know your audience.
Yes.
Well, that was actually early, if you think
Yeah.
about it, in rock and roll, right? Because they're like, hey, we got to get out of here.
This
So.
is true. Well,
All
ahead
right.
of Pat Sajak's retirement from
Another
Wheel
retirement.
of Fortune, Vanna White has revealed her own future plans for the show. Vanna said that when she heard Pat was retiring, she thought maybe she should retire too, but she says she's just
No.
not ready. The 67-year-old White has been with the show since 1982. She signed a contract extension to stay on the game show through 2026. She will be alongside Ryan Seacrest when he takes over for Sajak in the fall. The 77-year-old Sajak, who has been with the show since 1981, announced his retirement last summer. Sajak's final episode of Wheel of Fortune aired on June 7th.
And God bless her. I'm happy she's staying on, and I want her to
Yes.
stay on. I want her to stay on until she goes, I can't walk anymore. She has absolutely the best job in the world.
Dream job.
Remember when she used to have to turn the
Turn the
letters?
letters.
Now she just has to touch it. And my understanding is it's not
It
really.
doesn't.
No, I think it's
Yeah.
just for show. But and there was this whole thing. I was like, why shouldn't Vanna? I think at one time did she either do Playboy or they were wanting her to do Playboy?
yeah, I do remember
And
that.
it's like, you know what? There's something about consistency.
Yes.
That I relate with Vanna White. I've got to meet her. I interviewed her. Just is extremely nice woman, nice young lady. But
Thanks,
consistency,
Grandpa.
like she never really wanted to
No.
and I appreciate
Yeah.
that. You know, it's like, look, I know what I'm doing. I'm happy what I'm doing. And in a world where everybody just wants to be famous,
Yeah.
that doesn't seem the case.
She didn't find the need to one up Pat Sajak and host her own game show. She
Exactly.
was happy in the role, and she's got a great, like you said, best job in the world.
100%.
Yeah.
And if you don't know, the taping schedule for Wheel of
Oh,
Fortune is only
dream
like 2 or
job.
3 months.
Months.
Max.
Out of the year.
And he's making
Out of
like
the whole
15
year.
million a year.
Yeah.
So
And as we mentioned before, half of those shows are done around the world. So they're traveling to these beautiful resorts and destinations.
they go someplace, they sit down, they have somebody taking care. It's a great. Anyway,
Yeah.
congratulations to
Yeah.
Vanna. I hope they keep you beyond 2026
Yes.
as well. Somebody keep Ryan in place.
Yeah, exactly. We're back right after this.
Hey, but welcome back to Daily Flash. Mitch English along with Andrea Jackson, getting your day going. You know, June is National Candy Month. And we just can't wait to celebrate with chocolate and candy, right? We're here to discuss how treats actually make the summer even sweeter is Carly Scheilhaus. She's the spokesperson for the National Confectioners Association.
June is National Candy Month, and there is no better way to kick off summer. We did the hard research so you don't have to figure out Americans' top favorite treats for summer. Of course, chocolate's in the mix, but the other treats are ones that can really take the heat. So gummy candy, lollipops, hard candy, and that classic boardwalk favorite of taffy are all treats that can withstand some of those hotter temperatures. All of those treats are perfect for enhancing different activities that you'll do in the summer. So whether you are headed camping with some s'mores, headed to the beach with some gummy candy or lollipops, or headed to a family visit or a family barbecue with enough treats to share for everyone, all of them can sweeten your summer. For more tips for treating, visit nationalcandymonth.com and join the conversation on social media using the hashtag National Candy Month. Happy National Candy Month!
As school lets out for summer, it means more free time for kids. Joining us with some ideas to help them prioritize mental and physical wellness is the lead trainer for Planet Fitness, Teddy Savage. Hi, Teddy.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to announce that Planet Fitness is launching our 4th high school summer pass program, where we're opening our doors to teenagers between the ages of 14 to 19 all summer long, all the way until August the 31st. And we're really trying to promote the connection between mental health and physical fitness. With this being our 4th installment to date, we've invested more than $200 million in Wave membership dues to really help our teenagers promote healthy habits as they move along and grow in their bodies. At Planet Fitness, we wanted to understand truly why this was important to our teenagers, so we launched a national study. And what we found is that 94% of teenagers are struggling with both emotional and mental health, where 72% are feeling a bit more self-conscious and 43% are struggling with having a positive body image. But on the good side, what we've also found is that of teenagers that work out, 63% feel better about themselves after a great workout, and 59% confess that it gives them a mood boost and an energy enhancement. And that's what High School Summer Pass is all about. To register, all you've got to do is go to planetfitness.com/summer pass, or better yet, download the free Planet Fitness app. There you can not only register, but also get access to workouts we designed specifically for our high schoolers for High School Summer Pass, and that's going to be anywhere from strength, cardio, mobility, flexibility, anything you can think of, it's going to be right there. So stop on into a Planet Fitness location that's 2,500 plus and start High School Summer Pass right now and enjoy the access of a non-intimidating environment all the way until August the 31st. We can't wait to see you guys this summer. Have a great and healthy start.
Amazon and Grubhub are partnering to make restaurant delivery actually more convenient and affordable. Check this out.
Grubhub Plus is now free with Amazon Prime, and customers can place takeout orders directly on Amazon. Here's Amazon Prime spokesperson Austin Masterson with more.
As a Prime member, you get valuable savings, convenient and free delivery, and quality entertainment, all included in one membership. Today, we're very excited to announce that membership now includes Grubhub Plus for free, giving you $0 delivery fees and savings every time you order on Grubhub. That's $120 worth of value, all included with your Prime membership.
Now, any Amazon customer can also order Grubhub directly on Amazon.com and in the Amazon shopping app.
We're continuing to grow Prime's incredible value by bringing food delivery options directly to our members. You can now conveniently order from over 300,000 restaurants across the country with Grubhub ordering directly on Amazon.
To find out more, visit Amazon.com/Grubhub. Again, that's Amazon.com/Grubhub.
Attention Daily Flash fans. Ever dreamt of being part of the action? Now's your chance. Join our exclusive virtual audience and experience the show like never before. Get a special credit on the show, interact with our fabulous hosts, chat with producers, and guess what? Some lucky participants might even find themselves on a massive billboard in iconic locations like New York's Times Square, Los Angeles' Sunset Strip, Miami, or Atlanta. Don't miss out on this electrifying opportunity. Sign up now by heading over to Blyzeal.com and be a star with the Daily Flash virtual audience.
In today's Financially Speaking, we are talking home insurance, the type of insurance you need to recover from what experts say could be a very active hurricane season. Here to talk about it is certified insurance expert Deanna Humphrey of Harry Levine Insurance. Deanna, good to see you again.
Good to see you as well.
Okay, we got to get to some business here. What types of insurance coverage should homeowners have in place at the start of this year's hurricane season? Because we are in it already.
It's already started. Yeah. People are preparing. So it's imperative that you make sure that your coverages are up to date on your main home. That is your home insurance. But a lot of people found out the hard way a few years ago that flood insurance, while it may not be mandatory, you really should just get flood insurance in the state of Florida because we are pretty much at sea level. And at any given point in time, any storm can create a flood.
Where does the confusion come in? Because I think people think they're covered by flood insurance. They think they have it already, but you're saying it's separate altogether from the other stuff you get.
It is a completely separate policy. And a lot of people believe that if they're not zoned for a flood, that they may not need flood insurance. But the key to this is it doesn't matter where you are in Florida. Flood is always possible. So you always want to go ahead and get that flood policy.
Okay. All right. Are there any other specific policies or options that we should consider going into the hurricane season?
Just always make that inventory of everything. Every year during hurricane season, right at the beginning, it's almost religious in my house.
Yes.
I go through and make a video because yes, I do, because inevitably you might buy that new MacBook Pro, or you might buy a new 85-inch TV at Black Friday last year.
Yes.
What have you, and those are not accounted for. So you need to take a complete inventory, discuss it with your insurance professional, and make sure you have enough coverage for everything in your home to be replaced in the event that everything is lost.
Okay. How important is it for homeowners to document, as you mentioned, all the possessions and the property within their home? And you said maybe once a year?
Yeah. Take that video.
Yeah.
Know what's in your home. Make an inventory, especially on the high ticket items. You know, if you don't have that receipt, make sure you document that the items in your home, serial numbers.
Yeah.
You know, I keep a spreadsheet of serial numbers of the high-end things in my home.
Yes.
You know, because if you're going to spend $3,000 on a new computer, you want to make sure you're covered.
Great
but also document smaller things, engagement rings, jewelry. Make sure those things are insured as well, because a lot of times people will get an engagement ring and not realize that only approximately $2,500 worth of coverage for all your jewelry is on the main policy. So, you know, if you have an Apple Watch, an engagement ring, diamond earrings, what have you, you may want to go ahead and get a smaller jewelry policy to cover those items, because you won't have enough coverage on that home insurance policy.
Is there different coverage for things that have sentimental value, or is the value the value?
Sentimental value is just for you. if it has more of a monetary value, that's when you want to make sure it's
you can
covered.
document, even though that ring from your grandmother might be worth $100,000 to you. Technically, to the insurance policy, it might be worth $200,000. Walk us through the steps homeowners should take immediately after a storm and how they make a claim.
So people need to understand, just like you have suffered a loss, it's possible that the people who work in your insurance office are in the same position. So be patient.
Oh, that's a great point.
Be very patient. It may take them time to get back to you. And it's always going to be almost a triage situation. They're going to deal with the worst first and then work their way to the least. So keep that in mind as you document, but document everything so you know.
That's great advice, Deanna. Always good to see you. Thank you. Where can people go for more information?
You can go to harrylevine.insurance.com.
Okay.
You can also email me directly at deanna@hlinsure.com.
There you go. You can get to the lady directly, ladies and gentlemen. This is incredible. And if you want to see anything again in this interview, just head to our website, dailyflashshow.com. Mitch will send it over to you.
Very important information there. Thank you, Andrea and Deanna. Very good stuff. All right, let's turn our attention now to summer gatherings with a new focus on fun and delicious foods with a twist. We're joined now by Allison St. John. She's Panera's culinary director. She's also in the company's test kitchen. It's in Massachusetts. Hey there, Allison.
Thanks so much for having me. So today I'm going to show you how to build your own Panera bread bowl mac and cheese station at home. Everyone loves our signature mac and cheese, and whether you're hosting a graduation party, a family barbecue, or just a casual hangout with friends, this is just a great customizable station that is sure to be a hit. Panera makes it super easy for you. Just order the main components, the bread bowl and the mac and cheese, from the Bakery Cafe, and you can add fun customizations at home. Panera recently unveiled our largest menu transformation ever, introducing 9 all-new menu items and enhancing 12 beloved classics. The new era at Panera includes our new bacon mac and cheese, which is a craveable addition to our menu, And as Panera is always in our bread bowl era, so the bread bowl serves as a signature serving dish for this creamy mac and cheese. While planning for your summer celebration, there are an abundance of choices for your mac and cheese station, but we have a few ideas here to get you started. So the first is a French onion mac and cheese. So we've taken two guest favorites, our French onion soup and our signature mac and cheese, mixed them together, put them in a bread bowl, and topped them with melty Gruyere cheese. Then we have our buffalo chicken mac and cheese bowl. So this is our signature mac and cheese in our bread bowl, topped with grilled chicken, drizzled with buffalo sauce, garnished with crumbled blue cheese, carrots, and celery sticks. And then we have a summer classic, which is a caprese mac and cheese. So we have our mac and cheese in our bread bowl, drizzled with basil pesto, roasted tomatoes, and some burrata cheese. And then on the end, this one's perfect if you're having a morning or a brunch. You can have this brunch mac and cheese, which is our signature mac and cheese, topped with crispy hash browns, crispy bacon, and a nice sunny side up egg. You can go to PaneraBread.com to explore the menu, get ordering, order your bread bowls, order your mac and cheese. It's super simple to do online or on our app to create this amazing spread for your guests at your next party.
KSA Entertainment is proud to produce and provide a robust collection of entertaining, uplifting, and timely content to broadcast, cable, and streaming platforms in the U.S., Canada, and Puerto Rico. KSA Entertainment. On point, on air.
Hey, welcome back to The Big Show, Daily Flash. Let's take a look at the lifestyles of the rich and famous as we dive into some celebrity real estate.
We're going to get started with television's most famous judge, who is putting her swanky New York City penthouse on the market. 81-year-old Judge Judy purchased the Manhattan property with her husband back in 2013. They paid $8.5 million for it, just listed it for $9.5 million. The duplex is located on Manhattan's east side. The home features 2 wood-burning fireplaces, 4 bedrooms, 4 full bathrooms, and 2 powder rooms.
Wow.
There's a 29-foot entrance gallery, a curved staircase, and a formal dining room with floor-to-ceiling doors. Along with the living room and library, there's an access to a wraparound terrace offering sweeping views across the East River. The outdoor space is also equipped with several dining and lounging spaces.
Maybe you might not know this, but her husband is also a judge, TV judge too.
Really?
He had a show, a very short-lived TV judge show. It wasn't as good as Judge Judy, though.
She's great.
All right, TV host and child actor Drew Barrymore. She found a buyer for a fabulous $8 million Hamptons home in less than 30 days. The film star, entrepreneur, and Hollywood royal first listed her renovated Sacaponic residence back in April. At the start of the holiday weekend for Memorial Day, May 24th, the home had already found a buyer. Barrymore bought a gorgeous home for $5 million back in 2019, then launched extensive renovations.
Wow.
The 2-story spread comes with 6 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms. It was built back in 1920. The classic barn was first renovated in 2005.
Oh my
Sits
gosh.
on 2 acres almost. Design details include high ceilings, original beams, wood floors, large windows, built-in bookcases, French doors. There's even a living room with a brick fireplace, a dining room, great room, and a den. Glass doors lead to decks and patios for easy indoor-outdoor entertaining. Outside landscape grounds include a pool house, as well as a bocce court, which is that bowling thing.
Oh, the bocce court,
Bocce,
yeah.
thank you. Vegetable, herb gardens, and so much more.
Oscar-winning actress Jessica Chastain has listed her Manhattan co-op for $7.5 million. The 47-year-old Chastain paid $5 million for the 4-bedroom, 4-bath property in 2015. Access to the 139-year-old building's opulent turn-of-the-century detail-filled lobby. The apartment is currently bursting with details and colorful wallpaper. The 3,200 square foot abode features 5 wood-burning fireplaces, custom wall coverings, restored shutters, and a bay window.
Nice,
Yeah.
gorgeous, and for $5 million, hey, not a bad deal.
Yeah, not
Tell you
bad at
what, you want to live luxury? Why not just tune in to Daily Flash on the morrow
Bring it right to your living room.
for free? Y'all take care. Bye-bye.